Now, I'm no fan of Sadiq Khan. I tend to not agree with him on anything. But does he not have at least a little bit of a point here? You know, shouldn't we look at decriminalising cannabis? Walking around London, it seems it's pretty much legal anyway.
Well, isn't that the point? People are claiming that there's some hideously cruel form of prohibition blanketing the country, when in fact everybody who knows anything about this knows perfectly well that marijuana has been a decriminalised drug for decades. The police cannot be bothered to actually arrest or prosecute, and the courts can't be bothered to convict or sentence anybody caught in possession of marijuana. It's very rare that anything serious happens to anybody who does that, and it's very rare that anything happens at all, when in fact the maximum prison sentence is 5 years, and accompanied by an unlimited fine, which is, as far as the Acts of Parliament, 1971 Misuse of Drugs Act is concerned, makes it quite a serious offence. The fascinating thing is that in almost all Western countries now, the same policy has been adopted in one form or another. The pretense that marijuana is a medicine, the legalization state by state in the United States and in various other North American countries, and the claims made by the legalizers all turn out to be completely untrue. The principal one being that legalizing takes it out of the hands of gangsters. In fact, the gangsters continue to operate in parallel with the legalized establishments.
Peter, clearly people enjoy using cannabis for one reason or another, and I accept that there are health implications for that. It can lead to, you know, some types of psychological problems for some people and can lead to mental health issues. But is going after cannabis really a good use of our police's time, those resources? You know, I saw yesterday that, or today actually, you know, a 21-year-old NHS healthcare support worker, she's been jailed for taking a bit of cocaine into a music festival. Is that proportionate? Is this what our police should be spending their time cracking down on?
Well, I'm not going to comment on any individual case until I know the details of it. And you also mentioned that was cocaine. But there has been a brilliant public relations campaign being carried out on behalf of marijuana for now more than half a century, claiming that it is a soft and largely harmless drug, when it isn't at all. What's increasingly been emerging, and the evidence for this in terms of correlation is immensely powerful. Asked particularly Professor Sir Robin Murray of the Maudsley Hospital in London about this, the correlation between the use of marijuana and severe lifelong mental illness is extremely alarming. We haven't got a causal link yet, but I think it would be most unwise to imagine that the correlation didn't mean anything. This is an extremely dangerous drug, and the things which it does to people can't be cured. They ruin families.
Peter, just we've only got a couple of minutes. Why do you think?
Can I finish the sentence?
Why do you think Sadiq Khan is doing this? Is this just to get
you
sort
have
of?
To ask him. There is a problem with many people in public life, that they think they'll make themselves popular by advocating this very dangerous policy. There are two other problems. One is that there has been for some years a multi-billionaire-backed international campaign for legalization, which has captured the minds of many people. Huge amounts of money are there to be made. They can pretty much replace big tobacco as the most evil lobby in the world if they succeed in getting what they want.